What's going on with Jadon Sancho at Manchester United?
I think Erik Ten Hag has got a reputation as being very strict, but I think all managers would be like this, without getting into the sort of nuts and bolts of he said, she said, what happened, what didn't happen. If you're a manager, you can't have a situation where one of your players is criticising you on social media minutes after you've said something in an interview. I think as far as Erik Ten Hag is concerned, if you want to speak to me, if you've got an issue with my decisions or what I've said, come and do that in private. Come into my office, do that at the training ground. You can't conduct Manchester United's business on Instagram or on Twitter. And at the end of the day, there's a human being at the centre of this story as well. It can't be a nice position for Jadon Sancho to be in. It must be very difficult for him to be training on his own. There was some excellent reporting in the papers this morning, I think in the Mirror, saying that he's not even allowed to eat with his teammates. He's not allowed into the first team dining area. I think he has to change away from the first team as well. It must be very difficult for him. I know that the PFA have also offered to mediate between the club and the player, as they would do in all these kind of cases. But you just think for Jadon Sancho's sake, he needs to sort this out. And if all it's going to take is a simple sorry, then I think most people in football would be urging him to say sorry so that he can get back on track with his career, because he's a fantastic player. He's proved that before. He just needs to get this over and done with as quickly as possible and get back to doing what he does best, which is playing football.
This situation has been happening for more than a month now, right? And Ten Hag, Sancho, we've seen both sides. But we haven't truly seen what's happening behind the scenes with Jadon Sancho. Overall, I expect him to leave the club unless Erik Ten Hag gets fired before January, right? There's a time limit for Jadon Sancho. I think he's extremely talented, right? But the decision overall goes down to the manager. If the manager keeps him, then I'll be happy, right? Because he's extremely talented, one of our best players. Based on technique, based on technical ability, he is one of our best players. And we'll see how this story develops, right? Yeah.